Hey guys, 54 Newstar here, and today we're going to be working on our next part of our Grotto side-scrolling video game. This time we're going to be actually building a level, which is kind of like the easy part, and then we're going to go straight into the actual enemy AI. So we're going to put our player in there, and then our enemy AI is going to actually react to him being there, so close to him, and what they're going to do there. So this is going to be a quick episode to show you, show some of you who don't know how to do this tile-based stuff, and level creation and all that stuff, and then move on very quickly to the actual AI. So that's what the main goal is for this. So right now I'm going to insert a new object, and what we're going to do is we're going to insert a tile map. We're going to place it, and then we're going to place tiles. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to exit, and it's going to be this whole entire screen. So we're going to do a pretty big size level. And then I want to edit right here on properties, the width and the tile height to be, I want to try 8 by 8, but that may be a wee bit small. That's actually what I want. There we go. So right now I'm actually going to zoom in so I can see what exactly I'm doing. I'm going to do about 3 different like tiers or levels, so we can have a pretty decent amount of stuff going on inside of this game. Or maybe 2. I think I'll just do 2, so we can make it kind of simple. So I'm going to actually just edit this, and actually what we can do is rectangle scroll bar, so I can just literally plaster a whole bunch of this stuff. So this is like, oh, you just want to plaster the stuff that you selected. So it's going to just repeat it a bazillion times. So there we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it again. There we go. Okay, and now what I want to do is actually I want to insert a background to this because it's an underground level. We are going straight underground. Actually, I don't want to add a sprite. I want to insert a tiled background. So we're going to open up that. And go to our files. And then pick that one out. What I want to do is I need to select our mouse tool so we can do some moving and editing. Is actually edit this. So we're going to send this to bottom of layer, so it's right underneath it. But I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so I can edit it later. Here we go. And I actually want to erase some of this so I can create like elevators that go up and down. And then I will create some boxes. These boxes will be on the side. And again, what we can do is hit the selecting tool and just select all of that. Make it kind of decorative. Add some character to it, some different layers. And then a ceiling. So add a ceiling there, and then we want to add a ceiling down here. There we go. Okay, so we've basically made our game, our level. And let's see. Let's add in some plant textures. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put those in the background. So I'm going to insert new object. Or what we can actually do is take this background and clone it. So there we go, we've cloned it. There we go, top background 4. I want to drag it to here. Oops. And put on our tool. Oops, that's background. I don't want background. I need tile map. There we go. So we're going to clone that. So we're going to take our tile map and we're going to move it over here. But I want to put it below this one. So, with that one. There we go. We're going to make sure that this one always stays on top. So move Z order to top. Move this one Z order down to the bottom, and then move our background to the bottom. So when we edit this guy, like real quick, I'm gonna put some stuff on it, like these plants. Again, we need to edit it to make sure that our painting tool knows that we want a certain height, and then paint some plants onto it. Okay, so I'm gonna paint some more. But we won't set this to be solid. We'll just set it as a, a non-collision tile. So it'll be some decorative, but it won't be like, ooh, we'll have a collision with it. So we're going to, okay, hold on, I may have done it to the wrong one. Okay, undo that. We want 5. Oh. Here we go, we want 5. Now let's put it on the same level. There we go. And now I can start doing some of the painting. So when I move it back, okay, so what we should do is just move this to the top anyways. It's in the top. And then do our editing right on top of that. And again, it kind of depends on what you actually want to do. and how you actually want to layer it. I was kind of like hoping to do a couple of different layers and add in some different sprites from another sprite sheet, but I think we can just deal with this. Okay, so we've got that, and again, if we want to check it out, we can just move it, and there we go. We've got our sprites there. So I'm going to move it back. We want to get in real close. We have our grass. Voila. And again, we can actually make sure it actually looks a little bit nicer. We can actually put it straight on top. We'll take some more of the actual stone to make sure it actually looks like it is something nice. And again, this is all for the tutorial base, so if I were actually to spend like a couple hours actually doing this, it would look a whole lot better. Because I would probably take some bottom rock and slap it together. Or use a smaller tile width and height. Okay, so we have our level right now. Now I want to just decorate it, add some rocks so we can defend ourselves or hide or whatever. So again, we are using the we call it the original top map. So what we want to do is select that and actually remove it. And then what we actually want to do is edit the original one by putting some random rocks, or not rocks, but stone blocks. And this is what we'll set as solid objects. So everything on this one, everything that you see right here, we're going to set as solid. And we'll put, this will be kind of like to show, some basic enemy AI. So basically, what the enemy AI, what it's going to do is it's going to walk backwards and forwards. And it's going to say, okay, I'm going to reach this point to this point. I'm going to turn around and keep walking. But once I see the enemy, I'm going to stop and face him and then shoot my blaster or shoot my fireball or whatever. I'm also planning to do, that we're going to cover in one whole episode, and then I'm going to do a flying enemy. It's going to do the same thing, but it's going to target him directly and literally just go fly straight toward him, attack him, fly off, and then fly back. So we're going to have some basic enemies. So nothing, super complex, but something that we can add to later if we want to take that and advance it to the enemy part 2 or enemy 2.0. So I want to go back to the mouse button and then overlay my stuff. So there we go. And what we're going to do is set all of this as behaviors added, and we want to add solid. So that's going to be up here. We're going to set that as solid. We're not going to set this top layer, or this top layer as solid, because that's just like decoration. And if I did want to spend a whole bunch of time, it would look a whole lot better. So what we can do is drop in our enemy, and our character, player character, and we can just drop him in right there, and he's already set to the top. And if we hit play, and he's already set to, there we go, that already works. Now we need to do a bit of editing, but other than that, we're actually pretty much done. I'm going to add in some torches and then some, maybe some, we could see like some of the sky, or not sky, but starry background. But all you would do if you actually really wanted to go beyond this is, okay, so we have platform bound to layout, but we also want scroll to. So we hit play, and now we can actually jump down, go down to the next level, and face the enemies down there. So so we have our basic level, so it's nothing pretty, but you know it works. And I'm gonna build a actually what we could do right now is so I'm gonna take this block, and I am going to oops, edit it. Oops, not that one. See, I need to import a sprite. Enter, do sprite, paste it. Paste that there. Actually, I need to actually open up the actual sprite itself. So I'm going to do that real quick and then edit it. And I'll build a quick little elevator. So all I want to do is zoom in, and then we want to select the item that we actually want to use. Okay, so there we go, we got it. I'm gonna delete everything else, paste everything, make sure that we only have this block, and then I'm going to recenter it. We're gonna center it there, and I need to zoom in so I can make this a little bit bigger. Now what I also want to do is set this as solid, but I also want to set this as a adjust object, so this SINE, sign or whatever, however you want to pronounce it, and we want to set it as vertical. Magnitude, what's set as 100, and period is going to be 40. We can test that out real quick. So if we go over here, it's going to go down. So it's going to go down really, really slow. So I actually want to cut that in half to 20. Run layout. And the reason why he's not doing the animation, okay, so 100 is not going to be enough, is because he's controlled by UI controls, which I haven't set out yet. But I could literally, because these buttons are already pre-programmed, I can just drag them, drop them. So, wait period, okay, so it's 20. Magnitude, I need to be probably 400. So we're going to run layout again. So 400 is a bit much. So let's drop it down to, I'm going to say 200 and test that out. And then probably increase the speed. Again, this is a lot of debugging and testing to make sure that it does work. Okay, so that actually goes down only that far. Let's see how far it goes up. Alright, so that works. And then, yeah. And then it only goes down. That actually works really well. So, and it actually isn't too fast. So that's going to work out. All that you probably need to do left is add layer, a layer on top. So this layer on top, there we go. So that's this layer on top right now is going to be parallax 0, 0, and we actually want to drop everything onto that layer. So we click it. We want to select over here in the commons the layer 0. So we're going to zoom out. There's the right button. So I actually want to increase it because I was doing some Android testing and it wasn't big enough. And then what I want to do is I actually want to then select left jump button, increase that, and then what I want to do is get the jump button, increase it, and what I'm going to actually do is probably replace these, but I am going to actually make them opaque, so kind of invisible. So I'm going to select all of them. And okay, opacity. I'm going to set it down to 50 so we can see them. Actually, I'm going to select them all over again and do it down to 30. So that's a little bit better. Oh, I've set them in the wrong area. I guess I need to select them over here. And probably resize them down again. Okay, test that out. So we have, oops. Oh yeah, it's because of the code. I don't have the code in the system yet. We're going to go to at layers. This is 5, so I need to go to a previous level that has it. So we're going to go to event sheet 4, and this has everything. So I'm going to copy it, move it to event sheet 5, paste it there, and then when we play it again, voila, we can now move. But we do have, some running issues, but we can fix that out in the next episode. And we can shoot. So we're going to actually add the ability to shoot in the next episode, and then enemy AI, and you killing them in health and everything like that. Because there's only going to be like 2 enemies, so it's literally not going to be that. It's not going to be too complicated. We can get everything down in like under 30 minutes. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, remember hit the like and subscribe button. Try Construct 2 out. It is actually a really nice game. If I can do this quickly and copy code and paste it, drag already created items and have it work already, then it is actually really, it's a really good 2D game engine that you can export to Android, iOS, just a whole bunch of platforms. So, like the video, subscribe to the Construct 2 site or wherever you see this, and enjoy building new games. Please comment down below if you would like to see other particular videos out or a specific video on a problem that you're issuing. And you guys all have an awesome day. I'll see you guys later.